This is Michelle Beasley interviewing Larry Barr, Managing Funeral Director of Gardendale Funeral Home. Question number one: what changes have you seen in the funeral profession?
The largest change that I've seen is the educated consumer. Now, compared to years ago, they shop around now. They call different funeral homes asking for prices, where in years gone by, they would not do that. They went to ABC Funeral Home. We always went there. We will always continue to go there. Now that is changing.
What changes have you seen in OSHA regulation?
From having basically no regulation to regulating everything in the funeral home, all fluids, all chemicals, even a lipstick has to have a MSDS sheet describing that item and the safety things that go along with it.
What changes have you seen in visitations and services?
Many years ago, you would have visitations. Majority were at night. Then the people that were dying were born in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and there were large families. So they had visitations at night. You would have large crowds. There were large friends, large church communities involved. Now that generation has basically passed away, and now you have generation that there may only be one or two siblings involved, and they're changing to a daytime visitation. There's not as much church affiliation as in the years gone by, and the visitations are smaller.
What do you think about distance learning?
I wish I could have done distance learning. To me, it's much easier on the person in school. You don't have to prioritize your day as far as I must be here at school this day, where if you have a class, you can do it at night, you can do it early in the morning. I would like to have had distance learning.
What do you think about the new continuing education requirements?
All professions that I know has some type of continuing education. My sister is a physical therapist. She has continuing education. CPAs has continuing education. I look at us as being a profession. I think we need continuing education involved in our profession.
What did you learn in school that you have carried with you throughout your career?
To do the best that you can for a family, and their needs come before yours.
What funeral law would you suggest be on the books that's not in existence today?
There is a pre-need law in effect now. I would prefer that all pre-need monies are either in a trust or a life insurance policy, and that this must be trusted at the time it comes to the funeral home. I do not like the funeral home being able to use any of the monies from a pre-need.
You're referring to the 25% that if you use a
25%
trust.
that you can use if you trust it. I think you need to place 100% in trust.
Do you think apprenticeship requirements and education requirements today produce quality graduates?
Yes, it produces quality graduates. The requirements are so high that if you reach those, you have learned what the funeral profession is about, and you should be able to carry that on through your career.
What qualities do you feel are important for funeral directors to possess?
My major quality for a funeral director is integrity. Without that, you will not be a good funeral director.
What changes do you foresee in the industry in the future?
I see a large increase in the cremation rate because this country has basically bonded with the rest of the world, is that there are people from India, people from Pakistan, Cambodia, Vietnam, that their method of disposition is cremation. And it is slowly creeping up in the U.S. as cremation will be a large way to dispose of human remains.
Thank you very much.